New tonight, witness testimony has now concluded in the murder trial of a prominent Midlands restaurant owner, Greg Leone. He is accused of killing his wife's lover on Valentine's Day in 2016.
Prosecutors say Leone shot and killed Arturo Bravo Santos at a Lexington County park and ride near the intersection of I-20 and US 378 after discovering his wife in the back seat of a truck. Nick Neville joins us from the Lexington County Courthouse.
And Nick, I understand jurors heard from a crime scene investigator for the second time today, and you reported earlier pretty compelling testimony.
Yes, that's right, Junie and Dondi. So that crime scene investigator was Jamie Johnson, taking the stand as the state's reply witness, with prosecutors seeking to bolster their argument that Bravo was not a threat to Leone when Leone fired those fatal shots into that Toyota Tundra on the night of Valentine's Day 2016. A key element of this case is where exactly Bravo was positioned inside that truck when Leone fired those shots. The defense has asserted that Leone was acting in self-defense, fearful that Bravo was reaching for something in the center console of the car. It's important to note no weapon was ever recovered from the vehicle. Newbury pathologist Dr. Janice Ross, who performed the victim's autopsy, had initially determined that Bravo's right arm was raised when he was shot, but she later changed that finding due to the presence of what's known as a slap wound on the inside of the arm. This type of wound is typically caused by the force of a bullet entering the body. But earlier today, a forensic pathologist from Florida took the stand as a defense witness and testified that the bruise on his arm could have been from the car door. He argued that Bravo's arm must have been advanced some at the time he was shot. This tracks with testimony from a previous defense witness who argued, though, even though Bravo's arm was down, he still possibly could have been reaching for something. The state calling Johnson to the stand today to rebut some of those claims. She created a reconstruction of the crime scene in 2018, partially focused on this specific question of how Bravo's body was positioned. Using a mannequin to represent the victim, she analyzed the bullet trajectories and determined that Santos was angled to the left near the rear driver's side door as if he was exiting the vehicle. The assertion from prosecutors that there's no way he could have been a threat to Leone. On cross-examination of Johnson, defense attorney Jack Swerling established that Bravo's hand possibly could have been moving, or his forearm as well. Ultimately, this question of the positioning of Bravo is one that's going to be up to the jury to decide. Court's going to resume tomorrow morning at 9:30 with closing arguments. Reporting in Lexington, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.